Greetings, YouTube. You might be asking yourself, what is Tetsubo holding? This is a box, and it's made out of horn. So people taken sections of horn from a steer and flatten them out, and then they have affixed them together. And I bought it years ago because I like the shape and the coloration. You can hear things moving in there. So, what's moving in there? Well, these are rings. Now, these are the wedding rings I had during my first marriage. The wedding rings I've had during my second marriage, which will be 10 years coming this October, is this one, which is titanium on the two sides and silver in the middle, and it's titanium on the back. So it's a titanium ring with the silver inlay, which has our initials and our wedding anniversary, our date of anniversary engraved inside. But I lost 65 pounds, so I couldn't wear this anymore. So we got these, and these are made out of tungsten. They're the same. Both of us have the same width of these rings. The ones with my wife's ring is narrower on this one, but it's the same design. And this is very, very heavy. This ring weighs well over twice what this ring does, and even though it's thinner. It's tungsten is like one of the pretty much the hardest metal known to man. The tools you use to cut rings off people at hospitals are made out of tungsten. So if I get my hand caught in a bad place and I have this ring on, I'm probably losing the finger. Yeah, that's just the way it is. However, during my first marriage, I went out and I had custom rings made. And there were 3 rings. There is the engagement ring, the wedding rings, and the wedding rings here. So, I have no idea if this camera is going to pick up on this. But this is the engagement ring. And you can see it's got a blue stone in the center. And it's got moons. Now, scroll work on this one. Scroll work on this one. It's got moons on mine. It's got that. It's a real sapphire. And it narrows down here. And these were made by the artist known as Jack Dokus. D-O-K-U-S. He is, or as far as I know, he still is a resident of the state of New Hampshire. And he has made a number of pieces for me over the years, and I have purchased a number of his pieces over the years. So this is the engagement ring that we got my ex-wife, and then this is the wedding band, which has, there's the crescent moon, and then again, some scroll work that goes around. And this is mine. Much, much, much bigger ring. And there's the crescent on mine. Because the crescent moon has a significant religious belief to me. Now, it's all going to give you an idea of the difference of my fingers now as opposed to then. I'll take my rings off, and this is the ring I used to wear. It fit perfectly. Now it's actually loose on my finger, so that's how much heavier I was. I weighed 230 pounds at one point, so there you go. Now, no one has worn these 2 rings here, my ex-wife's wedding band and engagement ring. And I made a promise to my ex that so long as either of us is alive, no one ever will. So I shall be leaving these rings with the caveat that they may not be worn until my death. My ex is alive and well, but my ex is no longer female. My ex is no longer a woman. My ex is now a man. So the person that wore these rings, at least to my mind, is already gone. Someone else has replaced them. Or someone has become what they were surely meant to be. So, the only criteria we're going to have to meet, I think, is my death. But seeing as I'm 5 years older than my ex, it's very probable, and diabetic, it's very probable I will go first. So we'll see what happens. I don't think my ex is going to care if someone actually wore these. If anyone would want to wear them. I'm hoping that no one will sell them because they are of import to me as art pieces and as personal mementos of a past relationship. So there you have it, folks. A little memento of my past, the rings that I wore during my first marriage, and I still find them attractive. I'm so glad I had Jack make them for me. The relationship, however, just wasn't destined to last.